It's a little bit complicated to play against the Wukong's command and Queen player, but at the same time, he's going up against 9 on his Pango, who enjoys playing a lot, so keep a close eye on that.
Yeah, absolutely. See what magic they've got up their sleeves. Looks like Makoto's going to be out to lane first. Get his ward down before Tundra get near. He's gone off. Yeah, across the other side of the river. Gets it quite deep. I don't think I've seen that ward too often.
Which ward are you talking about?
The Quap Radiant ward placed where Skitter is right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird ward, but it gives him really nice vision into, if he goes for Bounty Rune. The lane vision is actually that nice because the trees are obviously blocking a lot of it. So you can't really use it that much to pull aggro high ground. But it's a sneaky ward.
It's going to see that smoke. Tundra with a late smoke 30 seconds before the horn sounds. Lots of pings coming out. They're prepping for top runes and bottom runes. Timber and Bot are down south, 3 of them rotating up top. Snaking sees jabs and Q. Makoto comes in. Tundra just going to waddle back to their high ground.
They're still trying to contest this. They have Clockwork Field kind of strong, but I think Talon are stronger here. They have a lot of heroes. They got the numbers.
First hit bash, but 9. 3-man shield crash, very tanky. 3-3 grabs one of the runes, but Q and 23 gonna grab another couple. So in the end, 2 for 2, I believe, as Skitter does take the 4th on the map. 23 being forced back with 3 stacks of napalm on him already and a blood grenade chucked at him. A lot of damage over time. But blood grenade doesn't work with the sticky napalm anymore, right?
No, not as far as I know. I mean, it sounds like it would be too strong. I would have to try that in demo mode, but yeah, I don't believe that it does. What's the tick damage on it? It looked like it did a lot of damage, though. Tick damage on it is 15. Actually, it might have worked, because it looks like it took a lot of damage, and Saxa using it there. I'll have to test that out. I don't play Batrider, really.
I feel like I remember someone else saying that it worked for the first day of the patch when blood grenades got added, and then Valve were like, nah, that's not allowed. It's a bit illegal.
I think that it was fixed, that it worked, but it also looked like he took so much damage there on Monkey King, so I'll keep an eye on it, because he has one more. I'll let you know if it does or doesn't work.
Good stuff. Yeah, Ollie trading hits with him right now. Fadebot into Saxa, just try and keep him away from the Monkey King. You can have that nice natural 1v1 against the Timbersaw, which Monkey King's going to feel okay about with the Jingus being built up. Jabs up at top, getting bullied back by Snaking. Tundra, looks like they've actually been able to hold their wave in a pretty decent spot, even against this Enigma.
Yeah, for now lane is in a nice position, but they do have those extra creeps, so it is going to push in, especially with the extra Eidolons coming in here. So eventually lane is going to start to push, but they haven't gone the D ward yet on their pull camp. Looking towards Clockwork, he is not buying a sentry either, so they're not going to have their pull on top. And that, against Enigma, is a pretty worrisome thing for me. I think that sets up Talon to have a pretty good time on top lane.
Let's keep dragging that back. Large camp all blocked up.
Yeah, blocking both big and small camp is a play that's really nice for Enigma. Bottom.
3-3, trying to trade. 23 does die in the end to that blood grenade, I believe. Saxa gets the kill. 2 for 1 trade out those. Talon feel comfortable down there, even with losing the Monkey King. Snakekin taking the Malefice and the bashes out of the Spirit Breaker. Chips away at the Clockwork. Send him out of the lane, so now Medusa's left alone.
And she's already half mana. She's not really dangerously low, but not high enough mana that she can fight for these CS alone. They're gonna pull back onto the range creeps and try to power deny her here. Medusa doesn't have much help from her Clockwork anymore, as he doesn't have too much resources.
Tower regen, please kick in, top me up. Use every little thing you can.
That's the thing to note about Medusa. She doesn't actually benefit from being under tower herself. Clockwork, of course, gets his HP, like you mentioned there, but Medusa, a lot of carries are happy to be under tower. Medusa doesn't actually get that much for it.
Where's the tower mana regen for us? Where's the free Bassie?
Oh boy, that would be something.
Mid lane, 15-5 for the Queen of Pain. 9 starting to slip behind a little bit. 11 and 2 for the Pango. While up at top, Sneaking, going in there with a battery assault and the cogs onto Q. A charge and a blood grenade ready. Gonna get chucked at the Clockwork. Let's see if we can get some RNG luck here. That's 17%. Charge on cooldown for 10 seconds. Just gonna let Snaking back up and get the bounty.
No proc yet. He does take the top rune, so making sure that there's not going to be any water refill for Queen if she wants to walk over there.
Now, charge into mid. Q's coming in here. Half HP on 9. Shield Crash already used, but under tower, not a safe advance for the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, this mid lane is starting to really go south. Pango is holding on, but once you get level 3 on the Shadow Strike, the lane is almost over, and you need to start doing something to try and help, especially with the rune control now. Top rune gonna go the way of Radiant, and that means 9 is gonna be a thirsty Pango.
Nothing to refill. Oh, there we go. Clockwork, thank you.
Yeah.
Come in and refill my bottle.
Fixed.
Saxa, courier hunting. Oh, Rubik. That's a little bit of miss micro there. Loses his boots for a bit. At least he didn't drop the item like Yatoro did earlier on.
Yeah. He seemed to get rid of it.
And Blades of Attack got denied out.
Oof. That is costly.
9. Crashing into Makoto. Trying to trade back with a swashbuckle. Every time he moves forward, he's taking so much damage, and now they know Swash and Crash on cooldown. This opens things up for Oli to rotate in, lift him up, force the Fairy Fire. One more touch, he's bottling through with the tower regen on him. He's surviving through the Shadow Strike. Wait, Spirit Breaker charging him from across the map. Here he comes.
Oh boy.
A big mad cow. He's on your tail. 9.
Oh, he's
TP
only
from
level
Saxa.
2 though. I don't think he has this.
Oh, Flame Brick's there to cancel him, stop him in his tracks. Under tier 2, he's going to get burnt down and killed. 9 swipes in with a swashbuckle.
Good read coming in. I think the reward may have seen the Spirit Breaker, but it doesn't provide that much high vision. I'm not sure it saw him. I think that was just a read. They knew that it was coming.
Yeah, Skitter or Snaking making the call. Spirit Breaker's missing. Little pull there from the Clockwork. Dragged away by the Enigma. 22 and 12 for jabs, and in fact, top 3 last hitters, all Talon heroes. Laning stage going very well for them. You add in the denies as well. An oppressive start from them, so we need these rotations from 9 at level 5 to come into this bottom lane. Found a strike out from 23, but they've claimed it.
23 just so close to the tower there, really kind of asking to get ganked. He did have, you know, a friend on his lane, but that friend disappeared, and suddenly you're just way out of position. It does leave mid tower open, and with a little bit of creep manipulation, Mikoto gets the creep wave under tower as early as possible.
I don't know, who expects a level 5 Pango to be rotating?
Yeah, but that's the thing, against Shadow Strike, a lot of melee heroes do not want to stay mid. Look at this, level 3 Shadow Strike is very, very painful. You can't really do much in that lane. A charge coming top just to bother Medusa here, but... Bottom? I think he can low.
Timbersaw trying to chase him, breaking down some trees. Saxa 3-3, going to drag the wave. A Snaking comes through the twin gate. Come in behind this tier 1 tower. And they've got a catapult there as well to play with, so quite a lot of tower damage coming here. Talon, they're the ones being forced to make a move. You know, they've got options. Do we come and defend? Do we just leave it?
So nice seeing his courier come through the portal. Clockwork's courier sneaking down there.
Off he pops. A bit of a holiday. Yeah, Monkey King just going to keep jumping over the treetops. Doesn't feel comfortable here at all.
He's not touching creeps at all, and I think he's out of position now. I think he's going to go down.
Yeah, looks like he's probably going to die. Blood Grenade, sticky napalm. Tries the Boundless Strike to stop them. But 3 heroes from Tundra all here. We can see on the map, Spirit Breaker was waiting for the Wisdom Rune, so he didn't want to get involved. Now they're relying on this Queen of Pain rotation to get a kill on Snaking, but trading a carry for a pos 5 feels pretty bad when Talon, you know, feeling like they're winning the lanes, but they're the ones reacting to Tundra's moves.
Yeah, pretty painful as well to go down there after hiding for so long on Monkey King. That's the thing, you played safe, and then you still died. So he wasn't really farming, wasn't really doing anything, and then he still goes down in the end. That's the worst kind of death as a carry. If you die when you're like being greedy and farming, like his first death, that's fine, you know, at least I got something. But that second one really cost him quite a bit. He TP's mid, we see a rotation towards top here. Queen joining in, they want to get this kill.
Yeah, like they've already shut down this Medusa quite a bit. Pretty low on the net worth along with the Pango, and if they get this black hole in, they can get the kill. They don't even need it. Oh, that's a Sonic Wave screaming over the dead corpse of the Medusa.
Listen, it's hard to predict if Medusa dies or not when she doesn't have any mana anymore, because, like, how
she's full HP!
Yeah, she was dying from Malefice ticks. Like, he wasn't sure that a Malefice tick is going to bring him down there, but, yeah, he was dead.
Not too quick at pushing the tower, though. No catapult means it's a slow, arduous slog to bring down objectives. They'll ditch on that top lane. Again, just come back, try and react to what Tundra are doing. Trying to alleviate that pressure on the side lanes by bringing 4 heroes mid, hunting 23.
No.
Rocket Flare Scouts gives the vision. 23 stuck in the cogs. Yeah, you get a 3-man boundless, but you're being crashed upon by this 9 Pangolier. A charge across towards Saxa now as Jabs comes in to try and play. The Rolling Thunder with a shield run on 9 makes him very difficult to deal with. They snipe out the clockwork. Ollie will try and chase back 9 here, but he's swashbuckled away.
Yeah, they tried with a pre-click lift before he comes out of the Rolling Thunder, and then it lifts him immediately when it ends, but not enough lockdown there to try and bring him down. Big stacks over here for Medusa to rotate towards. Might want to push one creep wave mid and then go and farm that. Off now, we see a dive.
There we go with the black hole. Spirit Breaker.
Oh, he bashed him out of the black hole!
He bashed him out of the black hole! 9, is he still going to die here? Oh, he's popped his 1, surviving in the tree lines. He's out of there. He's actually skirted away from the aggression. Snaking just going to run into the midst of this aggressive line from Talon, give his life to save his Pango.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely an unfortunate thing there happening from Q. And Jab's probably not too happy. He's like, I had the Pango, dude. Did you have to punch him out of my black hole? Not even light can escape me. What hope have you until Spirit Breaker shows up?
70%.
Plenty of hope, apparently. Yeah, 70% chance.
Just break past the event horizon, get back into real space.
Oh, that really would change Interstellar a lot if you could just have a Spirit Breaker.
Oh, we've got plenty of heroes to do that, right? Chaos Knight, Kotl, Enigma, all messing with time and space, chasing the light and the darkness. There's Talon. I had a poke at 9 there, but the shield crash makes him very tanky when he's found 3 heroes in the midst of it.
Top, Jabs, getting jump.
Ah, with a chakram on him, gonna attempt the TP and snaking. Ooh, they've got the damage, didn't even need the hook shot.
Yeah, easy kill there. Very, very, very high burst, of course, coming out from Timbersaw. This hero brings tons of pure damage. And I want to go back to something we said before this game even started, by the way. I mentioned how Tundra, they make the life of the carry so miserable. Look at 23, and look what he's doing this game. Like, he's recovering, but he has 4 deaths. He had 4 deaths minute 8 on the Monkey King, who was supposed to have a good lane. But it's just not really been safe for him.
Yeah, he's the one who's meant to be in net worth by now, but instead, he's just behind a little bit. Timbersaw right up the top. 3-3 having a great old time. Yeah. Farming out a couple of stacks now as well.
Timber is just an amazing hero in the current patch, though. He's really in... Even after a minor nerf he got in the E patch, he's still in, like, you can first phase pick him, and he's going to be amazing. It doesn't really matter too much what you're up against.
Yeah, and a lot of these players got over that fad of buying Aghanim Scepter first item, right?
Yeah. I think that was a big trap.
9. Sonic Waved. Caught out by that charge and jump from Q. Finished off by Mikoto.
This time a very, very clean, quick burst. I'm not going to be able to get away from this one. But meanwhile, let's give some time for 33 actually to clear up the Ancient. So not just Medusa having a taste of that, but this Timbersaw taking a lot of farm on the map. Trying to get himself to the Octarine as soon as possible.
Saxa roaming through the river. Jumps up to high ground and stops the charge. Flame Break, great tool against the Spirit Breaker. But the Arcane Rune going to get grabbed up by Q. Mikoto's going to come in and slay the bat. Tundra not really wanting to react to that. Just keep on farming.
Yeah, Tundra's game plan is pretty passive this game. Like, their heroes don't really group up and go for towers here because they're missing that tower damage hero. Whereas we see a little bit more intentions of doing that from Talon. They have the Enigma with Eidolons, they have Solar Crest. They want to be the ones to turn up the pace and play for objectives here.
And Black Hole coming off cooldown right about now. Another strike ready in 3 seconds. Green lights coming up. And 23, the one that's kind of baiting Tundra in here. Wukong's command is down. Skidder getting pushed back into it. Stonegaze is out, so Jabs. Oh, nice Black Hole. Beautifully placed, but the hook shot even better. Snaking cancels it, allowing Skidder to slip away. That was a real nice turn of events, but Q's going to get caught up in the chakram. Ollie attempted with a cogs push back as Mikoto goes diving. In behind the tier 1, he's lassoed up. He was chasing Skitter, looking for the easy snipe. 23 is going to try and clean up in the back lines. Mikoto jumps away, the Medusa down, but 23 trapped. In the cogs with a chakram on him. Fighting the snaking and 3-3. Oh, he mischief dodges all the damage from the Timbersaw. And now the turnaround play, but 3-3 is too strong. Burst out the Monkey King while Mikoto's still lurking in the shadows. And Timber basically 1v4ing at this point. Charging forward, trying to chain into another target, but that...
Mikoto getting away from Saxa. He's gonna get away because he got rid of the 6 stacks he had on him. Links away from Chakram. Wow, that Black Hole was so big. Look at 9 though, his position. He's thinking about going in behind here. I don't think he can.
Sneaky.
It's a bit much. Gotta respect Jabs though for the attempt there. That was a very nice play to turn around and cast the black hole away to the side, but Clockwork in the right place at the right time. Snake in. He had the read on the situation and what to do there.
I guess 9 was thinking, hey, 14 minutes is coming up. Maybe if I get in there, snipe out one of these low HP heroes, grab the Wisdom Rune.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to go for it, though.
We see Snaking doing the Tranquil Boots trick as well in this game. He's locking the Tranquils and unlocking them and locking them and unlocking them.
God.
It's a way to, you know, instead of dropping your Tranquils, you can just keep doing this. So even if you get hit, doesn't matter.
The efficiency. And not many players who do that anymore.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Maelstrom trick on Windrunner, right? Buying the Mithril Hammer and getting your Maelstrom, and then you disassemble over and over until you get BKB for the Mithril Hammer instead. But it's very micro intense. That one is even more annoying to do. The Tranquils one is pretty easy to do.
I always think of Earth Spirit players when I see this. In Milan and Pablo and stuff with the Tranquil Boots. Disassemble and reassemble. And we think back to the old days of that Axe build with Tranquils Arcane, with the old Tranquils that were activatable.
Oh yeah.
Swapping between them all the time. More
weird.
about
Oh, the gank is coming. High-paced gank.
Straight onto the bat. Try to tumble away. But Talon bring the numbers. Tundra in the vicinity. 3-3. Breaking vision, looking to clear out the Eidolons. And 9 moves forward, swashes back. Jab's going to go for the TP home. Shield crash, Rolling Thunder. Ooh, 9 trying to move forward. He's not going to get the connection, though. It's just Ollie left here. As Mikoto and 23 do move back in, aiming for Snaking. Raindrops pop. He's surviving, but not for too much longer. 9 trying to swipe down onto Q. Stuck in the Chakram, and 3-3's cleaning up. A lot of damage from this Timber Saw as the Sonic Wave clips onto 9. Jab's trying to get there with the Malefice and the follow-through. 23 Savage will jump forward, but he's already dead. 3-3 and Saxa, this Timber and Bat dodging away from the rest of Talon.
A little bit of a tough fight to take there for Tundra, as Talon did it really cleanly. They got the first pick off there, went in, killed Saxa on his Batrider who was showing on the lane, and this was an intended bait. They wanted to bait with the Batrider and then punish, but they were too far away, so ended up being a little bit hard to catch Talon. They ran away. Beautiful TP out there by Enigma, using the Malefice to stun the Pango so he can't roll on him.
Oh, hello. Are we going on this? Telekinesis into charge. 23 Savage setting up, and Makoto's coming in from the northwest. Skidder has that Stone Gaze, just hit the reset button, back up.
He's got the split shot now on Rubik. It's time to transition. You know what to do, man. Queue up the Mask of Madness right now.
By the Quelling Blade.
Your farm begins now.
Skitter. We'll go back to these stacks. Medusa sitting around 7k, along with the Pango, a little behind the Queen of Pain and the Monkey King. This Timber Sword, 10,500 net worth, 16 minutes in.
Again,
pretty good.
Another absolutely huge Timber game here with his early travels and Octarine as well. He's going to be ready to join for a lot of fights. The extra low cooldown on travels with Octarine helps a lot. So he deeps out to top lane, but soon he'll be ready to join on bottom lane if action erupts there.
Yeah, so historically we used to see like itemization as a counter to Timber. The Shivers Guard, Skadi, Spirit Vessel. Doesn't look like anyone's going for that right now. Monkey King's grabbing a Diffusal Blade. He's got it, and he's running forward to this Timber. Cancel the chain with a Boundless Strike, but the Flame Break pushes them back. Another strike there with a Black Hole from Jabs. That will grab them, and the big ticket kill on the Timber Saw was what they were looking for.
Damn, that's really nice. Not only do they get the kill on Timber, which was almost 1,200 gold for that kill alone, but they also get a bonus kill on top of it. Nothing to scoff at. Getting the kill over on Batrider as well, 600 more. Putting themselves in a really nice spot now as well to deward and take control on top. So Roche could possibly happen here before 20-minute mark when it moves back bottom.
Yeah, why do we no longer see this? Oh, hang on a second. Spirit Breaker's in a bit of trouble. 9 and Snaking pairing up to find a little snipe in that mid lane, while Skidder at bottom being focused. 23's got him stuck in the Wukong. Stone Gaze buying a little bit of space. Skidder slipping away. We've got no mana left, but the follow-through from Talon just not there to gap close on the Medusa. Slithering out of danger is 9. Rolling Thunder to turn and play aggressively. Stolen Rolling Thunder, though. Watch for Ollie. The Rubik with the green cube could come in hot here as 23 needs a bit of saving. Back up, where are you? The crash from the ball. Now the cube's not going to help him. 23's dead. We'll TP out as Ollie. Rubik gets out of there.
Good punishment there, and not losing Skeeter. The fact that he lived there, very important for them, not going down, and instead you bring down this Monkey King again. And Monkey, 6th time that he dies now, and he's going for a Differ build as well, which is attempting to be active early, have a lot of good fights early on, and try to counter the Medusa. But this is not a farming build, so if he doesn't have good fights going for him, he's really going to struggle to transition into mid and late game, whereas Medusa obviously just hits creeps. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I think he even just finished off Orb of Corrosion as well. So going back into that item after Diff Blade.
Yeah, very, very fights committed, and we'll see if it works. I mean, obviously the big 5-man rotations are really strong from Talon, but these skirmishes, they're still not very clear. Pango is quite strong, the Clockwork does a lot, and Batrider has had really big impact so far, I want to say, on Saxa.
Yeah, I mean, Timbersaw just doesn't have any cooldowns to worry about. Any fight is a good fight for him right now. But yeah, why do we no longer see these kind of item counters to Timbersaw? Is it too greedy for supports to be buying Spirit Vessel?
The thing is that a lot of the items are just very expensive. Cores don't really want Spirit Vessel, because the only one who pretty much enjoys it is like if you play mid Invoker. So most core players don't want to have Urn or Spirit Vessel because it just doesn't fit that well for the hero. And Shivas and Skadi are just very late items to try and get. So the timing, I mean, you can't reasonably have one of those now. So Timber just kind of dominates early game really hard almost every game that we see him, unless he gets destroyed in lane. And this game...
I guess there was a time when we had that, mid Kotl. I guess offlane Veno's always a guy who likes Spirit Vessel. But even Tundra used to be buying these urns and Spirit Vessels. 3-3 loved them on his Enigma and stuff like that. But now you've got Solar Crest that's just so much nicer.
Well, the thing is that you can just go Lotus Orb, right? If he goes Lotus Orb, then your Spirit Vessel doesn't really do that much. Bottom. Nice try with a hook.
Flame Break. Inside the Wukongs, though, Saxa getting shredded by the statues. And the wraparound, Spirit Breaker charges in towards the Timbersaw. Nether Strike will bonk him back. In comes 9, the 2 cubes and balls rolling into everybody in the black hole of the Timbersaw. They'll find that kill quite simply. It's 23, and Ollie will pair up to take him down. 9's Pango trying to get out of here, but Makoto has the gap closed for days. Spirit Breaker keeps tabs on him, Pango's dead, and Snake King still being hunted. Boundless Strike into the jump forward, 23. Diff Blade slow inhibits the movement of the Clockwork. Malefice and another charge coming in a second. They should be able to follow through on this. No matter the battery assault, they'll swipe into him. Verdurous Dale on the floor as well. I don't know who that belongs to, but it doesn't do anything.
That was a nice play. The Spirit Breaker cancel his charge at first there instead of, well, cancel his cast of the charge. Walk closer so that he could stand in melee range to Clockwork. Then he can charge him if the bash guaranteed. Minor detail, not really important for the kill. I think he would have died anyway, but they're playing it very clean here. The execution is good. Meanwhile, on the side of Tundra, though, that start was sketch. They saw the monkey, they tried to get him, used the hook, okay, it failed. But then they keep diving in, trying to go with the Batrider onto him, and gets caught in the Wukongs, and everything just backfired from there. From that point on, the fight was not winnable, really. And that's another kill on the Timber. Very, very costly, as he, is such a big target in this game.
Yeah, I guess silver lining for Tundra is Skitter's had a bit of uninhibited farming time. Just inhabiting that top jungle, clears out a bunch of camps, goes to a little bit more of a safer area near the outpost.
He's really not going for the hyper greedy approach though, of like Butterfly Rush, instead going quite the opposite, going Manta into Hurricane Pike immediately to have a counter to the Wukong's command. Can also stop the Spirit Breaker charge with it, which is very nice. Push yourself to safety and him away. But that means you're not really scaling for a hyper DPS here on the Medusa.
Yeah, then we're going to have this back and forth of Hurricane Pike into Harpoon, which Monkey King is now aiming for. You're going to slip away, get back here.
Just get yourself both the items, and you can control everything yourself.
All over the place. Bring back get all this Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Put people into you.
Get over here.
Exactly. Finish him. Well, 23 disassembling stuff. BKB is done.
Yeah, full BKB. So he's going for the Mage Slayer, or probably a Mage Slayer next. He's actually going for the Harpoon as well. So very possible that he goes back for another Echo Saber just to get that.
And Tormentor. Looks like Tundra. So the Chakrams will make short work of it. Get a shard for Saxa. Not the best one for a position 4 Batrider.
Yeah, but it's one out of the way, sort of. It's not really impactful in this game, but that just means the next Tormentor at least can maybe give you something. You would much rather have had this on Clockwork. That would have been super good for him. Having the flying vision against the, you know, fly around and have some vision against the Monkey King would be very useful.
And it's like next time it's going to go on Pango or Clock or Timbersaw. There's some like real big shards for them still to grab.
Queen full Ethelens plus Aghanims now, so he has that extra range as well to easily apply the Shadow Strike to a lot of heroes.
Tundra all smoked up here though. Looking for a way in. Batrider no blink, Ethelens and Windlay, so pretty speedy with a long range lasso.
Yeah. I mean the Ethelens on Batrider it's an interesting approach, but like it's good, but if you had a blink dagger there, maybe that could have been a jump. You know, Ethelen's good in certain situations, but sometimes you really wish you had that blink.
Can you cancel Black Hole with that?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It also depends on how the Black Hole is cast.
Yeah.
You can cast a Black Hole right on top of yourself as Enigma, and then it will be very hard. But you can cast it far away or not.
9 out in the open. Very ballsy to go clearing that creep wave. Talon were very near. They're all gathered up around the Roche pit. 10 seconds till nighttime, so we will start wandering up through the Twin Gate, and Talon in position, ready to take it. Probably want to fight first, though, with this Black Hole, Wukong, Sonic Wave, tons of ways to battle in these small choke point areas.
So game is in a bit of a lull right now, so let's look at item timesing a bit and see what we have here. Top, of course, Roche is going to be started now, but we've got BKB coming in for Enigma. He's very close to it. Only needs about 150 extra gold here. Queen Pain obviously just finished up the Etherlands with the Aghanims, so nothing new there. Glimmer Cape soon on the Rubik with his 4-staff. Ooh, they're charging in on Bat. They want to get a pick off before, or charging on Clock, sorry.
Yeah, they see Snaking. Chain stuns. Slow him down. He'll pop the cogs. His death was inevitable, though.
Nice quick pick. I think they're just gonna go back, but looks like maybe they will try and go for tower first. Nah, it's gonna be Roche.
There's so many things that you want to get done. The creep waves to push, towers to kill, glyphs to pop, and Roshan still...
though, both the tier 2 towers on the other sides are being pressured, so this is gonna be, you know, a potential Roche attempt here, but Tundra are getting a lot of map control for this.
Yeah, finding trades.
Oh, another big item, by the way. We have a full BKB coming out for the Spirit Breaker. Well, he has the recipe. Final component.
Oh. Nice one with that double BKB. Tons of ways to get in and out of these fights. Great way to contend with a Clockwork as well as a Spirit Breaker. It's always a painful matchup.
We're not gonna see them contest this Roche, it looks like. A little bit too late, so just farming items. The Medusa now 250 away from Butterfly. The Pango has gold for an entire Aghanims, but he changed his mind and queued up a Manta style instead.
Okay.
He doesn't want to go for the Ags. Or Lincolns even. He changed his mind again. It's gonna be a Lincolns. He bought the NFT for it, so we're going.
Can't figure out what he wants. Oh, Talon. They've got all the vision in the world, and the charge comes across onto 3-3, forcing Q to BKB quite early on. He's looking to bait them in and drag them to a fight where Enigma can jump. And they've caught Snaking out, but he hookshots out. 23, the Wukong's command comes to an end with the Flame Break pushing him around. Lasso is there as Knight just crashing over the Rubik. Ollie trying to jump out with the shield crash. The Enigma has BKB'd up and Jabs is walking in. Gets out the Midnight Pulse in the Black Hole, but he only catches Clock. Skitter on the sideline is going to do a lot of damage from the right-hand side. Makoto Monster Kill does take down Saksa, but Jabs is dead. Monkey King jumps in. 23 Savage with Makoto here, battling into 3-3. Q can't connect with the charge. Tundra, too strong, dragging this fight out for longer and longer. And now 23 with his BKB looking to TP home. The Chakram, the damage, it gets the kill. Skitter with a double.
Oh boy, and they bought back on Ollie as well. He bought back, TP'd bottom, portal through top, and immediately changed his mind, portal out again. He's like, nope, not joining this. Everyone is already dead, and that also means Tundra gonna get themselves that Roshan. That Black Hole, unfortunately, didn't connect. He was in a tough spot, though, because he already got lassoed and grabbed, pulled back. He struggled to find a good spot. He casted a little bit more to the right. Maybe he could have gone to Medusa and the Clockwork, but ultimately, that fight was pretty scrappy, thanks to the way Snaking managed to survive with the initial jump out. Very good hook shot to get safety on the creeps.
Yeah, it was like that full disengage, right? Tundra went concave mode. They see the Spirit Breaker, baiting, going in with the BKB charge. Okay, they're on snaking. Everyone else literally falls back 1,000 range, making sure there's no chance for a black hole. Snaking gonna get jumped in the mid lane. Trying to clear out a wave there. Pops the Pavis. He's got drums and a attempt to get out of there, but Saxa returning with a favor. Straight onto Q. Swipe him with a chakram damage.
Get that return kill, so even though you lose your clockwork, you get something for it. They did commit the Pango roll, so maybe that's a little bit of a space, but at the same time, Black Hole on cooldown, I don't think that Radiant want to take any fight at all. I think Talon, they're just going to try and farm whatever they can. Only has to be careful in mid lane even.
Dota is so wild sometimes, It's felt like Talon have been the ones dictating the state of play, what's going on in these with their movements across the map, but it's Tundra have had an okay lead for the past 10 minutes, and now it suddenly spirals into a 13,000 lead after that team fight.
I think a lot of it comes down to the carry difference, honestly, because this Monkey King went for a fighting build, and you want to dominate the game when you go for this build, but he didn't really have a very good start at all. He has got 7 deaths now, and meanwhile, Medusa just farmed, and once she had her items, she joined the fight and was really massive. He can't fight the Medusa because of the butterfly. He also can't really fight the Timbersaw because he's just too tanky. So the monkey just couldn't do anything, whereas nobody can stand next to Medusa when she continuously auto-attacks. It's not that she bursts people, but she will, over time, definitely destroy anyone who doesn't respect her positioning.
Yeah, Talon relying on these pretty long cooldowns. Wukong's Black Hole, Sonic Wave, if you're able to withstand that burst, use a buyback, drag the fight out. Tundra look like they're in a better spot. Out executing Talon here in the last couple of fights.
They're going for mass Lincolns here to counter out the Spirit Breaker, by the way. Very good build to make Spirit Breaker sad is to have Lincoln Sphere. They already got one on the Pango, and now Medusa also purchases Lincoln Sphere next.
Another one of those compounding items, right? We've talked about Blink Daggers, you were mentioning the Force Staffs. Every additional one of those items you have just amplifies the previous one.
Greaves, pipes, the more the better. have 5 Greaves, amazing.
Man, the amount of times I'm playing support IO in my game and I see my offlaner buy a mech, I'm like, dude, I beg of you. I've already bought the chainmail. What am I meant to do with it?
And you see, he's already got more. He's got the mana boots. He's on his way to Greaves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be the one to sell, am I not?
Yeah. Oh well, life goes on.
It is what it is, man. And it is what it is for Talon as well, as the tier 2 top doesn't look like they want to defend it at all. Just taking time to farm. They're working on an MKB for the Monkey King. It's literally his bar. He wants it. He needs it. Somehow he still needs to pay for it. And when he has that, he can fight against Medusa. But until then, they're just going to have to give up stuff. So tier 2 gone. Tormentor. This time going to go towards snaking. So he gets that jetpack.
He pawned it. He sold it to a pawn shop.
Yeah.
He's going to try and rebuy it. Lasso, catching all these Rubik. Straight into the damage from 9 and Skitter. Not a chance of survival. Oh, they knew, right? He bought back previously, so he's gone for a long old time. Yeah,
he's dead for 70. I mean, it's like one of those moments where even if you didn't check that he bought back or paid attention to it, you see 70 seconds dead on a support, minute 31, you're like, oh yeah, you bought back. Okay, well, that sucks for you.
Now a struggle to defend high ground. Tier 3's being broken. Skitter from the low ground. Will shift up to a high and start working on these barracks. And Midnight Pulse dropped on you.
She doesn't care. Medusa doesn't really care. Actually, now she has enough HP from the Manta-style Hurricane Pike and Lincoln Sphere to have a little bit of reason to care about the Midnight Pulse, but definitely not a hero that is too bothered by this.
23 Savage being pinged out. Clears out that bottom wave. And still a bit away from MKB. Let's see if he can kick things into 5th gear here and come back and defend.
Yeah, I mean, they just realized that he's working on that MKB. They know that his timing is not yet, so they want to punish it as much as possible. Now it's completed. He TP's back immediately. Monkey wants to take a fight. They need a good Black Hole. They need a good Wukongs. Otherwise, I don't see them winning the fight. Both those abilities need to hit cleanly.
Tundra have already got what they came for. Full lane of barracks, and there's a DD rune to fall back on as well.
Yeah, they're gonna possibly pass over the bottle for Medusa. 9, yeah, you can already see turns around instead of insta-taking. It's like, here, take this, and yeah, we'll go high ground again, yeah?
Sippy sip. Fill it up. Aegis for 10 seconds.
We're just gonna time out. A little bit of a charge over to snaking here, but not gonna commit.
Nah.
They're smoking out. Lanes are okay, but it's gonna get suspicious very quickly as no hero is showing anywhere. You don't have a Manta hero to push side lanes. You don't have Chen creeps or anything. Tundra already know. Look at them. Look at them. They're all 5 together. They're saying something is sus right now. Right now, we don't see anyone. And the jig
Talon eventing. Talon eventing.
Yeah. They actually did see them vent.
All down bottom. Spirit Breaker shows. Well, that's where they are. We'll smoke ourselves. Off we go. Tundra 5-man. Heading into that bottom jungle. Playing into their own vision. And they'll see, yeah, the Hellbears are walking around. I know there's people somewhere in the vicinity.
The smoke is harder to avoid. They are farming under a ward, though. The Timber Chain was spotted, so they ping it out. But it's harder to know what Tundra are up to right now. They could just go on the high ground as well if they want. Steedy on Medusa. Illusion as well. Oh boy.
That is really scary.
She could use that to fix the lanes. He's going to send one to top and one to bottom. Just start pushing lanes with that. Gives more freedom to the heroes, and now they're going to go for a fight.
Saxa cut the wave bottom as well, so Talon really being hemmed in here. This net is closing around the little fishies. 9, Lincoln's popped and blinks away. Rolling Thunder going to come back towards them as the hook shot from Snaking, trapping 23 in the cogs. He's in a lot of trouble. Half health already, forced to BKB, but he's been lassoed up and the Wukongs will come to an end. Monkey King dead for 70, didn't get a chance to hit anybody. And Skitter with his DD rune charging forward towards Q. Spirit Breaker will get a little charge off to the left. He's got that Observer Ward to the creep camp. That's going to get him a bit of distance while the rest of the team are killing off Ollie's Rubik. And 3-3 did find the Spirit Breaker in the end. Cuts him up into stakes.
23 made a mistake there at the start of that fight. He got hooked by the clockwork, but you can still keep jumping though. There's no, yeah. You could just keep jumping away, but instead he jumped down, trying to go for a BKB plus ulti, but he got bursted way too quick there. Just gets brought down. I'm not sure why he didn't just keep using tree dance, unless I'm mistaken here.
I just got shocked and surprised. Oh god,
Yeah.
what's that? Didn't have time to react, huh? That's meaning Tundra now, plenty of time to get back to another lane of barracks. Top lane is pushed in naturally from the creep wave, so Talon have to defend top. They've got to figure out how they want to fight Tundra right now. Pretty massive lead for this Western European squad, and they're just breaking high ground.
More stuff coming in as well. We have a full Hex now on the on the Medusa. Well, I guess she's like a Naga, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, she got the Hex, so tons more mana and also more control here. Gonna be even harder to go in. Without BKB ready on Enigma, that means it's even more challenging for him to get a Black Hole off now.
What even was her model in Dota 1? Like, Slardar was like a Naga Myrmidon?
She was a form of Naga, but which one
Naga
was
Queen,
she?
Yeah. Queen Vash, something? My memory fails me, man.
the queen one, right? The same as the hero that you could buy in the tavern.
Yeah, it was Vash with a J at the end. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh, right.
The Dota 1 knowledge still locked deep in my mind palace.
Gorgon. She honestly looked a lot like she does here. It's like very similar. Other than the fact that he has a bunch of cosmetics equipped.
Oh, Mikoto. The glyph on the creep wave allows Timber to TP in. That lasso into Rolling Thunder. The black hole from Javs. 3 caught up in it, but the damage isn't following through. Where's 23? Where's the right click? Where's the DPS? It's just non-existent. Jabs and Q on the runaway. Ollie's hidden under the Glimmer Cave. 23 now joining in to try and clear out 9. They get the kill on Pango. Wukong's out from 23 now and looking for 33. Timber's also tanky though. Now Skitter's here. Big old Medusa. We'll send them back with the Stone Gaze. Tundra reset. And not bad for Talon getting that snipe on the Pangolier.
Yeah, they get something, but that cost them the buyback as well. So Mikoto now not going to have that Shivas anytime soon. Going to be hard for him to get there. And I think they're happy to just reset on Tundra. They didn't close out the game in this fight, but at the same time, they can back up. Roche going to be spawning pretty soon. So we get tier 4 items coming out now. Looks like he went with the... okay, he went with the Penta-Edge Sword on Medusa.
Fair enough. More damage.
Probably didn't have the best options then.
Probably not.
Hey, it's pretty okay when you get the uses modifiers talent if you want that. You can apply it to a lot of heroes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, chat. There's people in chat who know more. Lady Vash. That's what she was called, not Queen.
Oh, right.
That's the name we were looking for. Well, anyway, Talon coming out of their base. Trying to break out here, and Saxa breaks the tree, brings the monkey to his knees, and snaking with a great hook shot, beautifully placed onto the two of them. 23 will try and get over the cogs, battle back into the clockwork now. Q standing nearby with his flamethrower, Chakram Timbersaw causing them problems. They buy back clock and back.
Low ground.
23 being chased down as Monkey King with no BKB and no survival tools, dead for 80. The rest of Talon, tail between legs, running back to their base.
No buyback as well available for him, and now they're gonna have to defend. They do have Black Hole because they bought Refresher on Enigma, so he has Black Hole available, but no BKB though. Might not even matter, he gets jumped. Yeah, just gonna go down.
Jump straight into the base, jabs and Q, slain by the big beasts of Tundra.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the final kill as they go for a GG here. Mikoto says game is over, and indeed Tundra with a very strong game 1 here.
Incredible stuff. This Timbersaw really is going up the pecking order in terms of